but as I look back, I know it was just kind of rooted in the whole process is I wanted to be able to provide a living for other people and take good care of them. We're going to talk about that a little bit today because I have plenty of entrepreneurs come to me and they say, oh, I want to scale, I want to scale my business, or I want to grow, or I want to be able to make more money or be more profitable. And they have these goals, these big dreams as an entrepreneur, as they should. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But they don't always know how to take that first step. And in an earlier episode, we did talk about how there's, 3 things that you need to, have to be successful as an entrepreneur, skill-wise, which are, sales, people and leadership management, and then being able to problem solve. And so those are definitely key foundational things. Equally as important in my mind is what we're going to talk about today is really some of the step-by-step tactical things you need to do to have the opportunity to scale. As an entrepreneur, when we start out, we have big ideas, we have big dreams. We probably ideally are selling those things. We may start delivering some of those as well. But ultimately, we're going to very quickly cap out on the capacity of what we can do on our own. And for me, I started first scaling my business when I made the decision to hire a full-time personal assistant. And I didn't really know what the job description was completely. I had a few ideas, but I just knew that I couldn't keep up and do it all myself anymore. And so I remember talking to my partner, Rachel, about it and saying, I think I need to hire an assistant. And she's like, I don't know. I'm not sure if we're ready yet. But I said, let's give it a try and see how it works. And I found somebody who was able to be my assistant for a couple of years. And it was awesome because because I hired somebody, a couple kind of natural next step things happened. One is I felt some relief because I knew, I don't have to do it all on my own. I can start to hand some things off. And so that process of learning to delegate was really eye-opening because I learned how I wasn't really good at delegation. I had to keep practicing it. Still to this day, I feel like I have to continually practice delegation because I have this limiting belief in my head at times that says, I could just do it faster and it'd be better if I just take care of it. And then I'll show them how to do it some other time. But really, that just diminishes my impact as an entrepreneur. And so learning to delegate was a huge part of the process. And I forced myself to have to learn to delegate by hiring somebody. You can't, it's kind of a weird catch-22. You're going to be busy and need help, but you can't really learn to delegate until you hire somebody. And also, there are times where the finances may not feel like they fit perfectly. I do believe, you need to be financially intelligent. You need to budget. You need to be wise in how you manage your finances as an entrepreneur. But there are times where there's a little bit of a stretch or a little bit of a gamble that we make when we bring in a new team member. And I know that was the case for me. But what was great about it is I realized I needed help. So first step was just I need to hire an assistant. The second thing that came from that was that I needed to continually learn to delegate. And I actually delegated a lot of things off my plate. And my first assistant actually helped me really refine and fully define some business processes for my first product that's made $1 million. And so that was really cool. And that was really helpful. So delegation is something we just have to practice and learn. It gets better over time sometimes, but often when I level up to a new level in the business, I have to relearn delegation, and that's okay too. But it does force us to learn that, which helps us, again, start to distribute the work and keeps us from thinking falsely that we can just handle it all ourselves. The third really interesting thing that I learned as I was learning to start to scale my business, because after I hired my assistant, very quickly after I started hiring more people, is having a team helped me sell and kind of just move forward with a bigger purpose, a different purpose, because I knew now it wasn't just me I was trying to provide for, and, me and my own family and my partner, Rachel, but it was also, me realizing, like my assistant, is depending on this to make a living. And then there was some writers, and then there was designers and developers, and the team just started to grow. And my purpose and my drive really grew in intensity because I had people that I was responsible for inside of my company. And so for me, the most important first step I took in scaling my company was hiring my first assistant, because then it helped me get out of my own way. It helped me learn to delegate. And then it also just brought that bigger sense of purpose that allowed me to really focus in on selling more, being profitable, making sure that as a team we were delivering great results so our clients would continue to work with us. And so it really just put me in the position of actually starting to become the CEO. Back then, I wouldn't have called myself a CEO level by any means, But over time and over the years, learning those skills and continuing just to put my focus on how I can show up and serve the team and our clients, that just brought a much higher purpose to my role in the company. And so it was really the catalyst that helped me begin to scale, my business. So I would encourage you, wherever you're at today, to start thinking about, do I need to hire an assistant? Do I need to hire somebody to help me start to do pieces of this or help me start running the business? And how am I going to intentionally set aside time on a daily basis to delegate to these new folks that I want to hire, either one or many individuals? And then how can I just set my intention on a daily basis so that I realize not only am I building this business for myself, but I'm building this business to support multiple other people and their families and their, hopes and dreams that they have. Those are the kind of things that I asked myself, and they really helped me move forward and grow. And I'd encourage you to do the same thing. And if you need help with any of this, just reach out, drop any comments, or you can go to businessmarketingengine.com. And use the form there. Regardless of where you're at, if there's anything I can do to send you any resources or help you, or even just take some of the marketing off your plate so you can focus on other areas with your team, we'd be glad to help. So I appreciate you tuning in and look forward to seeing you on the next show.